two. Some drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. This is Taya Hansen for three. Other side of the rim with a pretty reverse.
Wow.
5 seconds to go. Find Hawk. Hawk spins. It rolls off. And Arizona State wins it. Edward pulls off. And buries a block.
Daniels takes the shot for
And welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratanudo at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. And what did I say yesterday? Hey, roll the ball out, win 4. Let's go. 1 down, 3 to go. And they will get tougher. But look at that. Deb Jones rocking it, absolutely crushing it against Oregon State, who, yes, they have been swept by a few times this season. Well, not a few times. They lost the series 3-0, but nonetheless, they get the victory. Forks up all day. I mean, look at this. I'll bring it back in. You can see the Deb Jones. I mean, you see the record, but yes, again, if you can't, but complete game, 3 hits, 5 Ks, 2 walks. Alicia Denby 3 for 4. You saw that triple that went high off the wall. Yeah, I'm just so stoked. Let's you know what? Let's just watch it again. Let's watch it again. As Oregon State, and again, the bats, got to get hot. But Alicia Denby, I mean, you'll see this triple coming up. Well, that was. I mean, triple right there by Denby. And then look at this, high off the wall. And I mean, that's literally what, half a foot from being a home run, if not even. And then for Oregon State, yes, they did keep it close, and the pitching was there for the Beavers, who are now 20-30 ASU overall. But so awesome to see that. And then look at Deb Jones just absolutely crushing it. And boom, have a seat. Enjoy. Sarah Kinch, you see a 3-1 the finals, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. But I mean, look at Alicia Denby, 3 for 4, RBI triple. Libby Walsh, 2 for 3, RBI double. You get a performance like that from Deb Jones. Guess what, kids? And that's how you win game 1 in the Pac-12 tournament. Hell yes, Coach Bartlett has the team all fired up. And that's 1 down, but now we know who's next, right? UCLA. But nonetheless, welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. As yes, I am Michael Caratanudo. Like I said, at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. Check out the show live here every day, 12 to 1, Monday through Friday. And also my IG, michael.caratanudo.5. Again, don't be bashful. You can watch there. And the YouTube channel, Pitchfork Lunchers. I tell you every day, but subscribe. And don't worry, I will show those highlights again of softball just absolutely crushing it. Yes. But the YouTube channel, go to the YouTube channel, go to YouTube, go to my channel, subscribe. If you're here live, I love it. I love rocking with you guys every day. Hit me up in the comments, questions, thoughts, anything. Women's golf, forks up to them, qualifying once again for the national tournament. Missy Farkay just absolutely crushing it. Working on getting her on the show too before they take off for the national tournament. But they qualified again for their 36th tournament, which is just phenomenal. Men's golf, obviously, they have regionals coming up on Monday. We know this. Very, very awesome. Baseball headed to Stanford, looking for a sweep, climb up in the Pac-12 rankings, see what they can do. And then softball. I mean, look at that. Boom, with the win over Oregon State in the first round of the softball tournament. And I'll bring you a little later in the show. Deb Jones was, they interviewed her post game, which obviously, if you watch the game and you saw it again, you get to see it again because, hey, on Pitchfork Lunch, why not, right? But, like I said, it takes one win, and that's you get the first one, and that's that. ASU wins 3-1, and now they get to take on UCLA today at 4 p.m. Pac-12 Networks. The first game already going on between Utah and Oregon. That started at 10 o'clock. I'll get you score updates a little bit later too, but just to give you the rest of the schedule. And then game schedule started at 12:30. The two Bay Area rivals, Stanford and Cal, taking each other on at 12:30. And then at 4 o'clock, At 4 o'clock, ASU will be taking on UCLA. And then at 6:30, we have number 4, Washington, taking on number 5, the team down south. And that is at 6:30, all on the Pac-12 Network, all to advance to the semifinals. So absolutely awesome. Coach Bartlett, again, all season long, they've had a battle with adversity, right? We know this. Baseball a little bit too, but softball, what they've dealt with in injuries and the pitching, yes, that they've got from Jones, but also, you can't forget Marissa Scholl, Mac Osborne, when she's been called on as well too. So a little bit different than we thought it might look, and not that Deb Jones wouldn't have been that number 1 starter anyway. But what she did yesterday, gotta absolutely love it. And like I said, I'm a big fan of it. I hope you are too as well. And when we look at the season they've had, said, ups and downs, a little bit of ups and downs, but losing to Oregon State, think about it. It was 5-3. This was all in Tempe, by the way. The middle of March. So 5-3 and then 10-5. And then, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. They won the last game 5-1. They got the go away game from Oregon. I don't know what Oregon State. I don't know what I was looking at, but nonetheless, yeah, so 2 out of 3. So it was 5-3, they lost, and then 10-5, and then they won 5-1. So I said that backwards yesterday, and I said they got swept, but I said they had confidence going in against them just because of the last game being close. But nonetheless, either way, 2 out of 3, and they win 5-1, and then they turn around and they win 3-1. And like I said, you look at 3 hits, Sorry about that. Was a power outage momentarily, so plugged in. That was really weird. Nonetheless, we are good to go. So again, apologies, but I am back. Yes, Michael Carrasino here again. Apologies, talking about softball, but Deb Jones yesterday. That's what I was talking about. We look at the box score, and 5-14 on the year. Again, just not indicative of how she's fully pitched. And people can say, "Oh, well, a lot of people say, oh, well, you can say that, you're just saying that, silver lining, this and that." But if you've watched Deb Jones pitch and what she's on, and look, the teams you face, it's the Pac-12 getting into conference play. Yes. Was ASU hit by the injury bug? Yes. Did they need to push forward? Did they deliver hits at times when they needed to? No. But to deliver hits that when they needed to at times? Absolutely. And just the way they battled against UCLA that last series, UCLA was playing for something, obviously, to be the number one seed, to win the regular season, Pac-12, as but the regular season title, which they did, and they're number one. But ASU got one in the second, two in the third, and then Oregon State got one in the sixth. And Logan Hulan, who was a pitcher for Oregon State, I mean, you saw in the highlights there, I mean, what she was able to do. But I mean, you look at Audrey LeClaire was 0 for 3 with a walk, leading off for the Devils. But Alicia Denby, 3 for 4, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. I mean, just crushed it yesterday. And they did enough. And Deb Jones, I mean, like I said, that's like what she did is 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 5 Ks, 2 walks, 111 total pitches. Yeah. So it was absolutely rocking for the Devils. It was absolutely rocking for the Devils. And that is one thing that, you get momentum. Now you take on a UCLA team. It's tough. Yes, we do. You guys know the scores. They lost 4-2 on Friday. Very close game. 12-1 last Saturday, which, the only blowout, and then 8-4. And it was a 2-run game, and UCLA got 2, I want to say, in the top of the, was it the top of the 6th or 7th? I think it's 7th. Because, the 7th. They scored, UCLA, it was always 2-run cap. 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. Well, they did get 2 in the 6th. And then ASU got 1 in the 4th, and then 3 in the 6th. So you make it 6-4, and then UCLA held on, in the 7th. But still, it's the number 7 team in the country. And but yeah, I mean, that is a performance. And like I said, we'll hear from Deb Jones in a little bit. Got to the interview she did right afterwards on the Pac-12 network. So we'll hear from Deb Jones in a little bit. Women's golf, like I said, qualifying for, you ready for it? Pitchfork Lunchers. Just want to make sure you're ready. The Maroon and Gold, your Lady Sun Devils golf team, will be making their 38th appearance in the NCAA championship, the most by any program in the nation. Forks up. That's right. Not a homer saying we're the best, because we are. And if you look at the teams that qualified by conference, the SEC has 8. The best Pac-12 have 6. ASU, Oregon State, Oregon, Stanford, UCLA, and USC. And that's what you need to know. But ASU leading it most of in any nation in the nation. ASU's future conference mates in golf have 3: Baylor, Oklahoma State, and Texas. So yes, just a hell of a team performance. Ashley, Manny, Beth Coulter, Paula Schultz, Hansen. She was she had the best of the last round. She was 2 under for the day. Was Paula Schultz Hansen shot a 2 under 70. So yeah, and I mean, Ashley Manning finished the highest, high for 9th in the regional. Beth Coulter was 12th. Paula Schultz Hansen was 19th. Patience Rose was tied for 24th. Grace Summerhays was tied for 44th. And I mean, yeah, last year they didn't go to nationals, which is surprising, but this year they do, and they are headed there. So that is, again, just absolutely awesome. And dominant. I mean, it's just been such a phenomenal program. But yeah, very, very excited to see what they can do going forward and into the national tournament, I should say. But yes, that is that. Also, like I said, men baseball wise, traveling to Stanford this weekend. We need those conference wins. That's all I'm going to say. Need those conference wins. Stanford is blows, but you get a 3-game sweep. You get a 3-game sweep, and guess what? You're definitely rocking it. So that being said, yeah, it'll be huge for baseball. And we'll see, obviously, pitching wise, what they do. You heard Willie Bloomquist say, obviously, Burns, who was their Friday starter before he got banged up. Probably won't have him back for Stanford, but that last series of the weekend, which is all non-conference, there's 2 against Texas Tech, 1 against UNLV, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just remember, but we got Stanford first, but just reminding you, get it on your calendars, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But 2 against Texas Tech and then 1 against UNLV on that last weekend. So want to get the conference wins, which will be huge. And we shall go from there. But yeah, I'm going to step aside. When we come back, talk a little more softball, obviously what they have done, and going to try and bring you the Deb Jones sound, and we shall go from there. But yeah, don't go too far. More Pitchfork Lunch coming up. All right, we are back here on Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Carrottenuto at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. See the show live Monday through Friday every day. Um, 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 well, that's interesting. Nonetheless, that is interesting, but we will roll with it. As again, we roll on, but yes, softball got the 3-1 win over Oregon State. They will be taking on UCLA, who, yes, I just mentioned last weekend of the regular season. They did drop all 3 games. But the good news is you're just coming off of seeing them, and the challenging and the bad news is the challenging and bad news is that is that you have to play them again, and they're a very tough team, right? So, but look, man, I mean, at this point, when people will say this, and I do find it is true because, and not that there's not pressure on them, because of course there's, you're in a tournament, and for you to have any chance to continue playing in the postseason, you have to win this tournament. But the other side of that, and no, not talking out of both sides of the mouth, the other side of that is you're playing with house money. You win the 8-9 play-in game, so you can say who's, and you're the 9 seed. You win that game, and yeah, boosting a little confidence. Now UCLA is going to be tough. Yes, they've just seen Deb Jones, but I mean, with as awesome as she has looked, it's one of those things where, I mean, look, for UCLA, who's had a phenomenal season, right? A very phenomenal season. And like I said, you win 3 games off them, and it's, 4-2, 12-1, 8-4. What are you going to do to get around those batters? What plays, can you make? But I just think the quick turnaround of seeing them definitely helps out. But hey, look, it'll be tough. I mean, UCLA is the 6th ranked team in the nation, obviously the top seed in the Pac-12, and they got them at 4:00 today, and trying to keep their season going to the semifinals at 7:30 tomorrow night. And that's to me the beauty of the tournaments. And yeah, I mean, because look, UCLA is going to the postseason no matter what. Chances are they're hosting a regional, and I'm guessing they would host, if they won that, a super regional as well. If ASU were to win this tournament, they'd be in some regional across the country. Just going to throw that out there. They would be in some regional across the country. And that is, that's because of what they did, where they'd be. I mean, maybe not fully across the country, but we'll see. It wouldn't be just because they won the Pac-12 tournament. They wouldn't be hosting a regional. So, but yeah, I mean, just what this team has had to again overcome. And you look at Audrey Leclerc, Tanya Wendell, who I talked about yesterday. I mean, just absolutely crushing it this year. I mean, literally and figuratively and literally. But Alicia Denby, as well. And Jordan Van Hook said her moments. Marissa Schald, I mean, being the designated player. And then Sarah Kinch, I mean, has been so solid behind the plate. And then Samantha Swan, I mean, because Leclerc was in center field. And again, that's just because in that last game against UCLA, it was unfortunate that there was another injury, which again, with the way it's been this year, and when you're have a smaller roster anyway, when Kelsey Hall goes down in that UCLA game. I mean, that was tough. Like I said, I was there, and it just looked like, it just, again, it's nobody. Look, whether it's a team you can't like, fan base, team you can't stand, nobody's obviously wanting to see an injury. I know that. I mean, maybe some are. We don't talk about those people, or never fully stepped on a competitive field in their life. But that is that. So, but it's one of those things where it's tough, because when you think about it, you get into a groove and you have a lineup, and then even within pinch hitting or moving somebody around, giving yourself that depth, obviously somebody that maybe day off, or maybe whatever. It's just, it gets so much harder. And then for Hall to have that happen in the last regular season game. But look, I mean, this team has had a grind, had a rally, and that's one thing that you can't, I mean, that you can never really, I mean, yes, you have to coach through it, but like a team's resolve. Like, are you going to put your heads down in the sand and feel sorry for yourself and just go through the motions? Or even though results might not be going your way, are you going to grind? Are you going to battle? Because if you keep doing that, a different result, a winning result, can come out of it. It's a possibility. We all know that. But to me, that is just, again, very, very, very awesome. So, yeah, I mean, look at it from yesterday, because like I said, Oregon State, it was Logan Hulan that was on the mound. And I mean, she had a few very, very, I mean, obviously dominant innings, because when you look at the score, I mean, ASU had 3 runs on 7 hits. And ASU scored the first 3 runs of the game. I mean, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, Oregon State managed to muster one in the sixth. But Deb Jones, man, just locked in the zone. And I mean, I mean, you'll see it. I told you, I promised you guys I'd play it again. So yes, here are, the highlights. But yeah, I mean, you see the second, and then look at that triple down the line right there. Just talking about, and I mean, that's, you hit it down the line, and then look, this is just a foot away from being a home run. And it's a double off the wall. But then I said, I mean, look at this. You see, like I said, my point is, you see Hulan, and yeah, you see Hulan, and I mean, she's heaving her team minutes. She's trying to keep them pumped up, but her counterpart, here we go, Deborah Jones, just absolutely crushing it. Look at that movement, just the inside. And she's done this all year, and you start getting, literally, you're getting batters back on your heels saying, oh, it's going to be outside, and you make an adjustment for a swing, and then it just crawls inside. And that's that. And I mean, you see it, Runners in scoring position, 1 for 7 tonight. I mean, look at Libby Walsh, 2 for 3, RBI double. Denby, 3 for 4, the RBI triple. And then Jones, I see 5 and 14, but you go complete game, 11 pitches, 5 Ks, just 2 walks, sprinkling 3 hits, over 7 innings of play. Okay. And they get the last at bat. Yeah. I shall take that. And that is the, again, extremely awesome part of that performance too, because it was, the awesome part is full team. You got the offense when you needed it. Yes, Hulan was pitching very, tough. But like I said, she threw 112 pitches. Deb Jones threw 111. I got that backwards. So yeah, Jones threw 111 pitches, Hulan 112. I mean, she also had 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. She did hit 1 batter. But I mean, that's resolve. And like I said, the Devils could have went out there, and Coach Bartlett, haven't talked to her, haven't been around the team, like, does not coach like that. But to me, that's just absolutely awesome, because like, you could have put your heads in the sand, went through the motions, went to a game, and then called it a season. But I mean, it's awesome. It is very, very awesome to see that too. So gotta love the fight and that. So forks up, man. 4:00 today. Here come the Bruins. Yeah, 4 p.m. today. Here come the Bruins. And I mean, that to me is, when you look at it, just you're excited. I mean, you got to be excited to take them. To take them on. And like I said, you're playing with house money. Not that you're gonna, not care if you don't make mistakes, but well, this just came in final. Utah beat Oregon 7-4. Wow. So Utah beat Oregon 7-4. Next up is Stanford and Cal, which obviously Stanford hosting, but yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a little loud for that game. But yeah, so Utah beat Oregon 7-4. And Utah is a 6th seed, so down goes number 3. So Utah will now play the winner of the game that's going on now between number 2 Stanford and number 7 Cal. So that is the update from there. I'm going to step aside real quick and get back in a wrap with obviously women's golf and a little bit of men's golf too as well, because they are getting set for their regional. The women obviously through to the regional, qualifying for the national tournament again. So yes, funny, there was 6 teams from the PAC in there, but our rivals aren't there. But nonetheless, hey, we're celebrating ASU being there. So, but I'll step aside real quick and we will wrap up Pitchfork Lunch on the other side. A little golf, men's and women's golf, a little baseball, a little other news and notes. And I am back here on Pitchfork Lunch. Michael Cartino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. And you can check out the show live there every day, 12 to 1. My IG, michael.cartoon.5. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, kids. If you missed any interviews, any sound, anything, it's all there. If you can't watch live, even if you can watch live, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. Hit me up, comments, questions, thoughts, anything, but go to YouTube and then go to my channel. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Cat 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. Again, gonna have quite a few more interviews coming up as well too. Working on that. So yes, you need to go and enjoy it. And that's what I say. So yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel at MVC005. You'll get all caught up, all that good stuff. Sorry for the glitch in the middle, little computer power freakage, but hey, everything else is all good. But yeah, women's golf, like I said, absolutely awesome. They qualified for the golf championships they were up in the Pacific Northwest in Washington. It was at the Cle Elum Regional. And they finished 4th place. Then they are number 13 in the country. Hell yes. But they were 21 over as a team, shot an 885. in the very, challenging conditions, which of course everybody had to deal with. So yeah. Stanford finished first. Stanford finished first. They're number 1 in the country. Duke finished second. They're number 11 in the country. Virginia Tech finished third, and they're number 24. And then ASU finished fifth, and they are 13th in the country. And then San Jose State was actually 2 shots behind ASU. But not Virginia Tech. I said Virginia Tech. Pardon me. Sorry, Virginia. Number 24, Virginia finished third at 12 over. So, and Stanford was 17 under, the only team under par. So they are gunning for another championship for the Pac-12 before it wraps up. As brought a few home. So Stanford, 17 under. Duke was 1 over. Virginia was 12 over. ASU was 21 over, and then San Jose State was 23 over. And then Rachel Heck from Stanford won the tournament. She's an individual champion. She shot an 8 under par. She shot par on her opening round was a 72, and even par 72. Then she went 7 under 65 in round 2. So she was 7, and then she shot a 1 under on a 1 under 71 in the last round, but 8 under, and then she took the individual title. And like I told you, for ASU, Ashley Menny was a +3. I mean, she shot an even par 72 in the first round too, along with Rachel Heck of Stanford. And then she shot a 2 over, though, 74, and then a 1 over 73. So +3. And then Beth Coulter, who finished 12th, shot a 2 under 70 on the first day. And then she shot a back-to-back 75s. Oh, yeah. So she was 4 over for the tournament. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and then Paula Schultz Hansen shot a 1 over 73 in the first round. And then, man, just had a very tough second round. Conditions, whatever. Like I said, everybody's dealing with it. But then she shot an 8 over 80. So, but then again, last round, why people go back to playing golf, right? Pitchfork Lunchers, why do you go back to playing golf? Because your last round or your last hole is something, your last few holes are great, your last round. But no, for her, obviously, she's going to keep playing as she should. But she shot a 2 under. So she shoots 8 over and then rebounds from that with a 2 under par. Absolutely phenomenal to do that. And then Patience Rose, the freshman, I mean, not a bad first championship, Pac-12 championship tournament for her. She shot 3 over 75 in the first round. Then she was 1 shot better, shot 2 over 74, and then shot a 4 over 76. And I know, you're at +9, but you think of it, her as a freshman, the year she's had, and I can't wait. I'm aiming to catch up with Coach Farquet about this because, I mean, that's, a +9. And then Grace Summerhays, who shot a 1 over 73. Her and Paula Hansen Schultz had the exact same 2 first rounds. They both shot 1 over 73, Summerhays, and then they went 8 over 80. And then in the third round, though, Summerhays did shoot a 78. So finished plus 15, but I mean, look, all of them have it in their games. I mean, Beth Coulter, like I said, 70, 75, 75. You're flirting right there around par. And then for Ashley Menny, I mean, you go par and then, 2 over, then 1 over. So yeah, the shots are definitely there when the conditions are. But I love, as crazy as this sounds, Pitchfork Lunchers, and as terrible as you guys all know that my golf game is, right? That I've shared with you and I've told you. That when you play in those circumstances, right, that in better conditions, how are you going to shoot? And like I said, for Grace Summerhays has been such an important part of the team. And I mean, for both her and, Paula Schultz-Hansen probably feeling, how could we, because you look at the rounds, I mean, Menny shot a 74, Coulter shot a 75, Rhodes shot a 74. But yeah, the way you rebound, I mean, like I said, Schultz-Hansen with a 70, go 2 under. And then that's, but for Summerhays, and like I said, I can't. But yeah, so hats off to Missy Farquet, the golfers. I mean, they are headed to the national championship, which I want to say, at the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa. Oh, in Carlsbad. So yeah, probably going to be a little bit better conditions. Might see some wind. Obviously, we love the wind, right? From beach volleyball to baseball, as you saw the other day, we love the wind. So, but yeah, forks up to them. Obviously, men's golf getting set for the regional as well too. I will wrap on that because they are they tee off Monday. I want to say Monday. Yes, I'm not Ron Burgundy. No, they tee off Monday. Double checking because it's either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have it in the calendar overlapping. So, but yeah, I mean, and they're the newly minted Pac-12 Coach of the Year, Coach Thurman. Hello, yeah. And then let's see. Yes, Monday. They tee off Monday, and it's at the Rancho Santa Fe Golf Club, the Farms Golf Club, but in Rancho Santa Fe, California, the Farms Golf Club. Saying that right. So, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll see if they can punch their tickets because they're also going to be back in California in Carlsbad May 24th. If they can punch their ticket through the 29th, because you have the championships, and then the 24th through the 27th, and then you have the match play on the 28th and 29th. So again, a little bit of fun right there too for the men, but they tee off on Monday. So we shall go from there. And Wenyi Ding also, I mean, Matt Thurman, like I said, Coach of the Year, Wenyi Ding, freshman and Player of the Year for the Sun Devils. And yeah, you can see why with what, obviously Riggs Johnson, Preston Summerhays, what they can do. Wenyi Ding, like it is a very extremely, as we know, as you saw, I mean, team that obviously won the Pac-12 championship and is headed to regional. So, but I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a great rest of your Thirsty Thursday. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully, hey, another Devils win, baby. Another Devils win. which we need. Don't forget, 4 o'clock. Scheduled first pitch, 4 o'clock against UCLA. Pac-12 Network. Let's go. Let's go. Coach Bartlett, Deb Jones, the crew, Lisa Demby, Marissa Shaw. Let's go. Let's roll the ball out again and see what happens. Let's mess around, get a second win. But you definitely have the Pitchfork Lunch mojo and vibe headed your way because, again, this would be absolutely awesome because of the grind and the grittiness this team has put in. So I'm going to get out of here. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And have a great rest of your Thursday. Check out ASU softball. Congrats to women's golf and men's golf warming up, getting ready, and baseball against Stanford. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And yes, you know it, Pitchfork Lunchers. It's a Sun Devil State. And as always, forks up.
Cherry's three. Johnny Walker matching up against control. His shot. Bruce score. They score. They tie the game up 2-2. Some drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. This is Taya Hansen for three. Other side of the rim with a pretty reverse. Wow. 5 seconds to go. Find Hawk. Hawk spins. It rolls on. And Arizona State wins it. Edward pulls off. And buries it.
Daniels takes his shot.